Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about ways to make your home smell fresh and inviting. So I have a few tips that I want to go ahead and share with you guys. So let's get started. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you guys is, besides opening up the windows and letting just some of that fresh air in, I know some places this is the perfect time to open up the windows, let all of that air in, and just bring in some of that natural air. Unfortunately, if you are in Texas, it is so hot. Opening up the windows is the last thing that I really even want to think of. I personally love fresh air. I love going outside in the morning for coffee just because the air is so fresh, but I'm in an area where it's also very humid. So bringing that air into the house just leaves everything very muggy and sticky. So I have found ways to make my home feel fresh and smell very inviting. The first thing that I personally like to do is I love lighting candles. I love lighting candles before I clean a room. I love lighting candles after I clean a room. I love lighting candles when I know guests are coming. That's usually the first thing that I do. I personally love the aroma of candles. Right now, I love spring scents. I love lavender. That is something that I'm personally drawn to. I feel like it just reminds me of relaxation, and it's just a very inviting smell for me. So now, the second thing that I like to do is I like to refresh my furniture, especially right before some guests come over. Typically like to do this on a weekly basis when I am cleaning, but if you give your furniture just a very quick spray down, probably 10 minutes or so before a guest gets there, you will have a very fresh and inviting room. I like to use the Febreze freshener. It's just my personal preference. I will go ahead and spray down my living room furniture as well as my bedroom furniture.
Okay, and an alternative to the Febreze that I always like to have on hand and keep in my bedroom is making my own linen spray. Now, all I do is add some grapefruit essential oils along with some lavender. I feel like lavender is the perfect essential oil to help you unwind. And then all you do is add in some boiling water and some alcohol or vodka. I am using alcohol here. I know that some people use witch hazel, but this is actually just going to help keep the longevity of this mixture as well as keeping it antibacterial. You're going to mix it up, and then you have the perfect linen spray. Now, I use this linen spray on our pillows before we go to bed. You can also use them on your curtains just for a really fresh scent. Make sure that you give it a shake right before using, and you have the perfect spray that'll just kind of carry out throughout your house.
Now, the third thing that I like to use is air freshener. I always make sure to keep air freshener in my bathroom for guests, and I like to just give the rooms a really quick spray down. I always feel like you can never have enough. This one by Mrs. Meyer's is so spring-like. I absolutely love it. I have been using it in my bedroom and my living room, and I just feel like it just leaves a very clean smell.
Okay, so you can also make your own room freshener, and all you need is some baking soda, some boiling water or hot water. I actually boiled up my water here, and then the next thing you need are Downy scented beads. You can also use the Gain scented beads. I prefer the Downy. I just love the way that they smell. Give this mixture a really good shake, and you have your very own room freshener. And let me tell you, this stuff is amazing. It will leave your house smelling so fresh. Kind of like a fresh load of laundry, but so much better. I absolutely love this mixture.
The fourth thing that you can do to freshen up your home is to get a scented counter spray. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I absolutely love Caldrea spray. I feel like that is the best spray out there as far as giving off that fragrance. I love cleaning down my counters because it actually leaves a long lasting smell on your counters. And we typically will kind of stand around the island, and that's where we hang out. It's really just kind of our meeting ground when I have company. And I love that you can still have that scent aroma just lingering around the counter. At least it gives off a very clean smell, and a lot of times people think that it's air freshener, but it's actually coming from the counter. So I love using Caldrea, and I will clean down all of my counters right before guests come.
Okay, so this next room freshener is such an easy DIY. All I'm using is 1 cup of baking soda and then essential oils. And because I am loving all things citrusy right now, I am using mandarin, lemon, and grapefruit. And this room freshener is perfect for areas like a closet or where you have your shoes, a garage, maybe even under the seat of your car. Once you add the essential oils and the baking soda, all you do is give it a good mix. And you kind of just mix it through until it's pretty much covered and all of the chunks are pretty much gone. After you've done that, I am just using a cupcake holder and I'm putting that over the top and then replacing the lid. Now, after that, just get a toothpick, poke some holes, and again, this is the perfect room freshener. I actually like to hide these throughout the house, so it's just a perfect way to just keep the room that you want fresh all the time. And then this last DIY is probably the easiest of them all. As I mentioned before, I love the Downy scented beads. I think that they just smell so amazing. So I found these really cute organza bags at the Dollar Tree. And all you do is simply fill these bags up and then you can keep them in a linen drawer. You can keep them where your pillows are. You can keep them pretty much anywhere that you are wanting that fresh scent. I like to just drop them into these little candle holders because they're out of sight, but they will leave your room smelling so fresh.
Now, if you guys have seen my last few videos, you guys know that I am obsessed with the Vassar Essentials diffuser. I think that it is stunning. It is by far my favorite diffuser out there, and I've seen a ton of them. I actually have a couple others in my home. They're pretty plain and plastic. This one I feel like is actually a home decor item because it is just so beautiful. I love the glass dome. I love that it works so amazing. Every time I use the essential oils, it just leaves the entire house smelling so fresh. I love that you also have the option to use different oils as well as mixing them. So if you're going for a different mood or vibe, you can mix the oils and the scent is just very, I don't want to say it's powerful because I always feel like essential oils is more subtle than other room fresheners or other aroma type things, but it is definitely going to leave your home smelling amazing. And I love that it just cleanses the air. I feel like the air around is just so much more cleaner. So this is my favorite trick, I guess you can say, as far as keeping my home smelling just amazing and fresh. Now, the last thing that I like to do is the Glade refills. This is something that I always use at every entry in my home. So I have one by my back door, I have one by my front entry, as well as by the garage entry. And it's just something that right when you walk in, you're kind of hit with just a very fresh smell. But I love refilling them. It's usually always stocked because sometimes you just never know when guests are going to arrive. And the first thing that they will get a whiff of when they enter your home. And I absolutely love that it just makes my house feel fresh and inviting and clean. Okay, so those are tips on keeping your home feeling fresh, inviting, especially for those last minute guests. These are things that I do to just always keep my house smelling fresh, kind of keeping up with the seasons, keeping it very inviting. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I do want to know, what is your favorite way to make your house smell fresh and clean and inviting? Go ahead and leave it in the comment section so that I can add that to my list of things. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope that you guys enjoy. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.